Hey everybody, it's Mage Captain Gilshakes, and welcome back to Ocarina of Time Master Quest 3D, or 3D Master Quest, or whatever the hell it is. This time we're going to be doing the Forest Temple, and we have a very special guest with us.
What's up, guys? It is NintendoCapriSun.
Oh yeah, in the house.
In his house. This is my temple, apparently, because I always guest star on this temple with people.
Do you really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, like I did it with Luca Jin, and...
Oh wow.
There's a lot of spiders.
Yeah, strangely enough, whatever reason, they took out the wolfos that were supposed to be at the bottom, but they put in these regular sculptulas all over the wall, and you have to sneak around them because if you don't, you're screwed. You don't have anything to shoot them down with yet. Yeah, I never did this until recently, but if you climb around when they can't see you, like if you go behind the skull, they won't target after you, but if you wait until they face you, they'll turn purple and charge right at you. It's a freaking huge pain in the ass. So you gotta make sure you're perfectly still when they're facing you. So I heard from Fiery, everybody, that this was Tim's favorite dungeon, and as a result, I thought he'd be the perfect first guest host for these dungeons, you know, as we go through them.
Oh yeah. Definitely. Oh my god, there's a spider up there too.
Yeah, they're pretty much gonna be all over the place in this dungeon.
Oh.
Actually, to give you a little bit of perspective, this version of the dungeon is kind of like a mix of a Castlevania level and the Forest of Illusion from Mario World. In the sense that you get lost and end up going in circles very easily, but at the same time, you don't know when something really big is going to jump out right in front of you.
And it's all mirrored on top of that, so...
Yeah, it's crazy. Oh my god. I had such a hard time wrapping my head around it.
Huh. And 2 spiders for the price of 1 there. 3. Whoa.
Actually, it's going to be about 4 in a second. I don't think I have every Skulltula, like the location of it, but I can come back and do a montage for it later.
Man.
There are some things that didn't change much, like this upcoming cutscene and the whole sequence of going after these Poes, but it's mainly the block mechanics and the routes that they change along the way.
Jeez.
So, how was your day, Tim? What'd you do today?
I've basically done nothing.
Oh, man.
I was supposed to... Oh, I was supposed to go to the post office and mail off this thing to the Grumps, but never got around to it.
Oh, you're sending them a game?
Yep, the Goonies too.
I just completely lost my bearing here. I'm going the complete wrong way.
Uh-oh.
Wait, there was a sequel to the Goonies, or did they just make a sequel to the game?
That I'm not really sure about. I don't know if there's a Goonies 1 game. I don't think there was a Goonies 2 movie, though. It's weird.
I mean, I saw the original one years ago. I
really
just had no idea that there was even a sequel.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe the game is supposed to be like a sequel to the movie or something. I don't know. All I know is I played it when I was little, just a little bit.
They kind of did the same thing with Ghostbusters. Rather than making a Ghostbusters 3, they actually made a game, and then that was supposed to represent Ghostbusters 3. It was a few years ago. Yeah, I think it was supposed to be for the Xbox 360 or PS3 or whatever.
Yeah, Danny was talking about it online. He was saying, man, we can't find that game anywhere. And I go on eBay, there's one on sale for like $4. I'm like, okay.
So much for not being able to find it
You
anywhere.
guys didn't... Yeah, really.
I'm definitely going to need this. Yeah, I know. I already have one, but I'm so scared about not even the boss in this dungeon, but just the mini-boss, because I've actually died against them even with 2 fairies.
Jeez.
Another thing I forgot to mention is that the Master Quest version of the game, or in the Master Quest version, when the Stalfos take a jump shot, it's like 4 friggin' hearts of damage!
Well, shit.
Freaking craziness, man. And then you fight them a little more often in this. Speaking of which, actually, here's the one's about to jump out. There he is, the bad.
Oh, there you go.
Yep. Of course, they gotta put it in this tight little corridor here.
It's really...
Just to make it really difficult to fight.
outrageous.
It can be pretty obnoxious, I've gotta say. I mean, they put him in the most random spot, and this is actually what I was thinking of when I said that this was kind of like a Castlevania level. God, I still never beat 4.
Oh, man.
I don't know why. I mean, that's supposed to be the easy one, considering you can whip in, you know, in 8 directions, but for whatever reason, I just can't get past the earlier stages.
Yeah, there's some, like, tricky jumps in some of the early stages. Your arrow's painted on the floor.
Oh, Navi and your uselessness. Another thing I want to mention is that, for whatever reason, the arrows actually aren't very helpful in this version at all. They're actually kind of a red herring. They really just, like, you know, they kind of mislead you. You're probably supposed to go the opposite way than what they're expecting you to go. Or telling you to go.
I mean, this puzzle's bad enough in the original version.
You know, I actually don't remember the original version that well, but I feel like they made this part of it easier. I mean, unless they didn't mean to, and I just found some weird shortcut, but I don't think that's the case. But you know, it's actually really easy to get around here as long as you ignore the arrows. The one tricky part is finding this ladder, but
yeah,
I think it was like that in the original version too.
Yeah, that was a big problem in the original.
I've got to say that the worst thing about this dungeon by far is that there's a lot of instances where you can easily miss a key and have to go back. And I've been practicing this without Furor's Wind, so it's been absolute hell. Because, you know, there's one point where it's just hard to remember exactly where to go, and because of that, I was getting lost for a while.
Oh, that must be... I forgot to unplug my phone.
A wild phone appears!
Yep. Domino's Pizza.
What?
Yeah, we'll have that out to you tomorrow. Tomorrow? That's some delivery.
Wait, that wasn't actually Domino's, right?
Nope. I was just making it up.
Oh, okay. I mean, I thought that was actually them. Like, you know, just to let you know, I deliver you a pizza tomorrow. I'm like, alright, awesome. Thanks for letting me know.
That'd be cool.
I was with a couple of my friends one time, and this was a few years ago when ordering pizza online was still a new thing, and I remember they were in such amazement over the fact that they not only could they do that, but they could do it, like, weeks in advance at Pizza Hut. I mean, at the time, it was just, like, crazy.
That is really crazy. That's what excuse me. Starts out straight on this. That's weird.
Yeah, it's actually kind of backwards. I'm not really sure why they went with that approach, but it's pretty cool. Especially when you run backwards like that after already changing the room, so it's all spiraled up, and you get to watch the whole room just rotate about you, and it's like has this really trippy effect. And I want to get a screensaver or something. That would be really awesome. So down here, of course, we have to worry about these floor masters, which are a huge pain in the ass. So we're gonna jump down here, and we should be able to find one just now.
Yeah, floor masters.
Yeah, those bastards! Oh shit, I forgot! They turned the little ones here. I thought this was just one of the big ones that gives you the rupees. Alrighty then. That takes care of that. And now we shall go and pick up a key, which I hope is in this next room. And of course, by that, I mean this next room. I totally meant that the first time. No mistakes there.
It's weird. It's like you're doing it all backwards from now.
I know. That's kind of the weird thing they have with the Master Quest version is that you're doing a lot of the later stuff earlier in the dungeon, but then at the same time, it's almost like they pull a Benjamin Button with the level progression. So now we have another small key, which I'm going to make use of very shortly. One of the worst parts is coming up. There's an instance where I always, and this is like every time I do this, I always seem to forget what one of the keys are, and I'm hoping it's not here because I only have one, but the worst case scenario is, I mean, I guess we're about to find out anyway. You smack that crystal bitch, and that flips the room right there. So another thing is, I can't tell if these are supposed to be ice blocks. They kind of look like it, but yeah, they don't have ice physics though.
It's so weird.
It's ridiculous. They added it in the dungeon, and you know, I thought it was ice at first, but you run around, you have absolutely no problem on it, you know, having friction or whatever.
Nice.
I always imagine, like, what would happen if Link could hookshot onto it, but then it hit him right in the balls as soon as he reached it. So what are you drinking over there, Tim?
Regular old Coca-Cola Classic. Whoa, that does look cool.
Taking into account the fact that I have my key, we are good. You know what? I think I remember where I was missing the other key. I just need to make sure that I use Furore's Wind so I don't waste 15 minutes trying to get back to where I was. Because that would really suck. Okay, welcome to our next mini-boss fight. The annoying thing here is that you're going to be fighting one of these guys. On top of that, 2 more are going to come right after that. And you know that because the music doesn't stop. Unfortunately, I can't listen to the game audio whenever I do this, but hopefully it'll be a little more epic, you know, once the video actually goes up. Makes it anticlimactic whenever you're fighting a boss battle in complete silence.
Yeah.
Come on, dude! Okay. So, here you can take it easy because you're fighting both of them, but when you actually get this guy, that's when you actually want to start rushing. So, I would say wait for openings, which is kind of obvious, but try getting as many jump shots as you can.
Damn.
Yeah, like I said, it's so easy to just completely get your ass handed to you against these guys. It's the reason why I wanted those 2 fairies. Alright, so he's down, but I have to finish off this other guy quickly. So, come on. As fast as possible. Everything I told you about patience, just throw it out the window for this guy.
One more. Oh, thank goodness.
So you actually memorize the number of hits?
Yeah, well, for them, it's kind of variable sometimes, but...
Sometimes I almost feel like the jump attacks do more than double damage, but maybe I'm not counting it right. It feels that way sometimes, though.
Yeah. Maybe.
Alright, this is the part where I always start getting kind of lost because all these rooms look the same. Alright, I definitely want to go back because I'm missing the key that I need to actually keep moving on. This is probably like the most confusing part of the dungeon. This is like the forced of illusion part of the dungeon where you just really don't know where you're supposed to go next unless you've actually done it before.
Hey.
But hey, you know, maybe this could be the first time I actually do this without getting lost. It only takes 8 times. So what you do is you shoot all these portraits, the ones that actually have the ghosts in them. That takes care of that, and we have another one here. On a side note, I've got to say, I've been watching like bits and pieces of Ni no Kuni because I want to leave as much of it non-spoiled as possible because now I'm actually interested in playing it over the summer.
Oh, yeah.
But from what I've seen, the game has an amazing soundtrack.
It is really lovely. I must say.
I don't know if you've ever seen the Hayao Miyazaki movies, but the graphics in the game actually remind me a lot of that. And just, you know, like just the overall look and feel to it, too.
Yeah, apparently the Studio Ghibli, or whoever it is really has a pretty massive following.
And from what I've seen, it's got to be influenced, because it functions a lot like Dragon Quest, but the story and the look of it is just like a Hayao Miyazaki movie.
Boom.
Yeah. So we light this torch up here. And we are rewarded with a glorious chest that will help me navigate this dungeon ever so slightly.
With just the right amount of Pokemon thrown in there. That's half of the fun of it, though, is just coming up with names for all the little familiars. Samsonite.
This is the part where I have to use Furore's Wind, because I have to go back and get the key and all that fun and good stuff. So we're going to use this that... I actually just obtained this right before this recording because I wanted to find a more efficient way to do it. So you summon this right here, and for those of you who don't know this game, this is an item that allows you to create warp points so that you can get back here later on. We're going to have to come back here with the key that I've mentioned 8,000 times already. And with that said, I'd like to go back to where we were previously if time permits. I'm actually going the wrong way, shit.
Whoops.
Getting so confused here. Yeah, this is the part where yesterday I was running around looking for this key and it would just not show up and I had no idea where to look for it. Okay, so with that said, we want to go this way. We're going to turn around and see the trippy room rotate about itself. Damn it, Link, you're supposed to make it look cool.
Fucking Link.
Yeah,
Anyway.
fucking Link.
Where is that fucking Yoshi? Well, that was nice.
I figured, hey, if I'm going to take the fall damage, I might as well do it with style, you know?
Yeah, there you go.
So that said, we are going to go back to the main area now. That's actually, I can't remember exactly which way it is. That is not the right way. Okay, never mind. I'm going to turn around and go this way. We are actually going to go into another room that's pretty much just like this one. I mean, it's just mirrored, you know, because this dungeon's not confusing enough for people like me with no navigational skills whatsoever to have to go through it. So the reason why you couldn't actually go into this room before is because there is a target just up there.
Oh. I was wondering about that, yeah. Because that's usually like one of the first keys I get. It changed it up.
Yeah. So we're going to go after our good foe here, so die, my good sir! I'm gonna get so used to this version of the game that I'm probably gonna forget how to navigate through the original one. You know, there's actually a really cool part coming up. The kind that would actually make Mario a little bit jealous.
That is really weird.
Yeah. Of course, I'm actually getting ahead of myself because I have to come down here and get this key first. And we have another small key. Excellent.
I can't believe after all this time I've still never played Master Quest for myself. I think I played the second quest of Zelda. It's almost like there's a whole other Zelda game out there I haven't played.
The one reason why I don't necessarily feel like that's the case is because really all they did was change the dungeons. Everything outside is actually pretty much just the same as it was in the original game. You know, that's the reason why I didn't want to do a full-on Let's Play. I just wanted to focus on the highlights of the different version.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that said, we're gonna go back to where we just were, and I'm gonna show you guys one of the weirdest mechanics in this game. And this is the version where Jabu Jabu's belly has cows hanging all over the walls in every room. And even with that, this is gonna be one of the weirdest things that you'll see. So first things first, gonna kill this guy once again because he's gonna get in the way. So now we're gonna hookshot right up here and take care of that Skulltula that's in the way. And the funny thing is that it's actually one of the few times when going after a Skulltula helped me figure out where to go, because I wouldn't have even thought to look there otherwise.
Yeah, oh man.
So when you come up here, you'll notice these blocks, and you want to actually play the Song of Time to make another one appear in midair.
Song of Time blocks, huh? Damn.
Yeah, I know, it's weird. And we're not even done. You actually have to come over here and do the whole thing over again. When I first saw her going green and fly over there, I thought that she was, you know, signaling for the Scarecrow, but I was like, yeah, they wouldn't require that in the dungeon. Plus, there's no place for him to pop out. I mean, they wouldn't just have him come out of the wall like that.
That would look funny.
Hey, you know, with this game, though, I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. So let's get rid of this bastard over here. And... Fuck! No! Damn it! Do the whole thing over again. Alright. So you come over here. Oh, fuck.
Oh no, and the block disappeared.
I forgot that when you summon the first, the third one, you lose the first one.
Jeez, like Stone Tower Temple all over again.
I know, right? Oh my god. I can only imagine what the Master Quest version of that would be like. I'm surprised they didn't give Majora's Mask that treatment yet.
Yeah, I just assume they go ahead and do that remake they keep talking about, but...
The thing is that I think it would be a good idea, and I hate that Miyamoto kind of teased it, but at the same time, considering that resulted in Link Between Worlds, I'm kind of glad that they went with that instead, seeing as how it's a new game and all.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I haven't beaten that yet, so what did you think of that, by the way? I never got a chance to ask you.
Oh, Link Between Worlds?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
The little I played of it was fantastic. I really have to get back into it.
Yeah, the ending is really good. For a Zelda game, considering how similar all the endings are.
I've noticed that they've been getting better and better with them. Like, ever since, I want to say, Wind Waker, they've been having really solid endings. Okay, so now that we have 2 keys, we have to go back to where we were before, which is the reason why I summoned the Ferrari's Wind. And this is something you guys want to make sure you have. When you get to this point, make sure you have 2 keys, because you don't want to spend a whole half hour just wandering around like I was prior to doing this recording not too long ago. Ah!
No!
Ah, crap! My screen just went blank for Tim there for a second because I forgot to turn my screensaver off.
Whoops. Okay.
Whoopsie!
Whoopsie!
Oh god. I haven't played Mortal Kombat in such a long time either.
Me neither.
Did you ever play that Mortal Kombat DC crossover thing?
No, actually. Never have. Oop.
I'm going the wrong way again. I'm so confused. This is getting ridiculous now. Shut up, car outside! Anyway. This is where I just came from. I don't even know anymore. Yeah, this is where it came from, but because of the Ferrari's win, I was going the wrong way entirely, so we get to see this really awesome transition again. Provided Link can actually go in a straight line.
Actually, my screen seems to be frozen.
Really? Is it?
Yikes. Right, there it is.
Sorry, yeah, that was my mouse. It went to the bottom right of the screen, and Windows 7 does that really weird thing where, like, it makes the tabs invisible.
Oh, yeah, okay. I've seen that. Which is pretty weird.
Indeed. Oh my god. They need to make more characters in fiction with voices like that. Because there can never be too many of those. Ah, damn it!
Get your ass back out here.
Seriously. And...
Well, shit.
I can't even get any closer! This is pure ass!
Pure ass. Like on that Game Grumps episode today, and Aaron shit his pants. I was like, wow.
He did?
I don't know if he actually did or not. I don't think he did, but...
I would hope not.
Yeah, because, like, seriously.
Susie would be like, how's work today, honey? Well, I kind of shit my pants in front of 100,000 people.
Yep.
Wait, what game was it? I'm actually a little behind on their stuff.
It was called, it's like a Gradius parody. Parodius, I think they said it's called.
Oh, wow. I've actually never heard of that.
It looks pretty fun, actually.